that could have been bad. Oh, that could have been really bad, actually. Great, now I just screwed that up. Yeah. Oh, that's fun when you're a... God, that was a hell of a catch. Boy, that would have been a great way to start the season. Break your motorcycle helmet. All right, we are on, guys. Well, it is March 17. Oh hell, I can't remember what day it is. 21st, March 21st. And yeah, we're going for a ride, so that's good. Now, we're not really going for a big long day ride. Actually, what I'm doing is I'm riding to a parking lot, and I'm gonna go practice some Motojitsu skills. Because, well, let's be honest, if you're gonna be riding, you should probably be training and figuring out how to do it the right way. Because honestly, you can ride straight line all damn day, and that's great, but what's gonna happen when, I don't know, you got an emergency stop or something? I know for a fact there's a decent amount of people out there, maybe not you watching this video, but I guarantee of us that are watching this video, we all know that one friend who can't ride to save his life. It's always, you know, it's always somebody else's fault, always has issues, always has problems. We all got that friend. So, well, they probably need some training. Problem is, they're probably not going to go get it, because they just, you know, they know better than you. They're smart, you know, blah blah blah. They took a class like, you know, 12 years ago, so they know everything, you know how that goes. But anyways, well, let's take off and let's go do some training. Alrighty, well, this is where we're going to play at. Well, at least till they say we can't anymore. Now, just bottom line up front, while we're back as Harley Davidson, bottom line up front, I have not asked for permission to ride here. I do not have express permission to do any of this stuff. I'm just going to go do it, and if they tell me to leave, I will say my bad and leave. If they don't tell me to leave, well, I will continue to do my thing. So that's kind of where we're at. Understand that when you're coming to these parking lots, that's what all these guys that say just go to a parking lot generally don't let you know, is there is that distinct possibility that the owner of the lot may come out and tell you to get lost. So just bear that in mind, because, well, I mean, we can complain about it all day, but here's the deal. It's, you know, it's their lot, they own it. You have a problem, it's probably their ass. So think of it that, just remember that when you're doing your practicing or whatever. So basically, I'm going to show you the app I use. It's called Motojitsu, like literally Motojitsu. Just type that in, and it is, if I remember right, it was like $3 or something like that. It's like $3, which is nice. You got your master program, your master riding program, your version 2 with your belts and all that stuff. So we're just going to start with white belt, because I'm pretty sure I'll have trouble passing white belt. Also, when you're in a parking lot, you got to watch out for other traffic. Watch out for it, because you're not going to be expecting to see a motorcycle out here. Well, did that. Definitely go a little faster, but let's try the weave. See how that goes. I think I'll be fine, but like I said, the methodology I'm doing here is I'm doing white belt first, and then we'll go from there. The biggest thing on a drill like that is keep your head up and down, well, downrange, I guess is the way to say it. Basically, keep your head up, don't be afraid to lean. Yep. Would it be more fun to ride? I'm sure it would be. But here's the thing. You gotta practice. If you don't practice, you ain't gonna be able to ride worth a crap. That's all there is to it, man. Well, I think we got that one whipped. Let's see what the next one is. So, one thing you always gotta be careful of out when you're like this. Now, as you can see, there's not really anybody around me, but still, it's been my experience. When you're out and nobody's around, people tend to come towards you for whatever reason. They gotta see what you're doing, I think. Actually, so far here, we've had 2 vehicles come down here. Just screwing around, dinking around. One coming revved his Mustang up, you know. So, just keep in mind, it may be kind of a controlled environment, but it's not completely controlled. And they'll tell you the same thing in the MSF classes. So anyways, how about the story time? So, today I'm going to tell you about my first motorcycle purchase. Well, not my first one. Actually, my first, I guess, new motorcycle purchase. Basically, the story of my V-Star. So, for this story, we need to go back to 2004. And right about December 2004. I was in Iraq at that time, and by that time we'd actually had some internet access, so you'd get a chance to, you know, look up stuff. And well, everybody was ordering their new vehicles, so they'd have them ready for them when they came home. So everybody's ordering their vehicles or whatever, and so I said, well, heck, I'm gonna figure out, you know, maybe get a motorcycle. Well, at that time, I kind of knew Harley Davidson was out because it just was way too expensive for me, and they were pretty hard to find at that time. So, my father-in-law had a V-Star 1100, so I decided that's what I wanted, because if it was good enough for him, it was good enough for me. And so I'm looking and searching, and I find this nice red one at motorsports store around here. Now, I'm not going to mention the name because honestly they're under new ownership now, and I'm not going to dime out a dealership's previous ownership flaws. I don't think that's right. But anyways, see, this is the dealership. I told my wife about it. She says, oh, I'll go check it out. Well, she goes to check it out, and well, it did not go well for her. I mean, these issues still happen today, but back in 04, man, they did not, a lot of these places did not want to sell a motorcycle to a woman, because they just assumed, well, there's no way they can handle it, there's no way they can ride it. So she goes there, tells them exactly what motorcycle she's looking for. I mean, hell, I gave her I'm one of those thorough people, so I gave her like the dealer, the number for the stock number and all that stuff, because I'm one of them weird people like that. And well, she goes look at it, like I said, and like they have no interest of even letting her look at it. Like, they show her a scooter, I mean, and the whole time she's like, no, I'm here to buy a motorcycle. And they're like, well, you know, young lady, for a beginner rider, especially if you're, you know, we really suggest this. And she's like, I have a motorcycle license. Like, she's been riding dirt bikes since she was 5. I mean, you know, she's one of them kids, and they just would not, just absolutely would not even just entertain the thought that, oh my God, she might be there to buy a motorcycle. Even after she mentioned my name. And honestly, that doesn't matter, you know. She shouldn't have to mention my damn name just to get, you know, it's for my husband, or, well, soon to be husband, so, you know, to get the time of day to get service. So she said, hell with him. She went and went to the other dealership in another town nearby, and she finds this 04 Yamaha V-Star 1100 gray. It's a Silverado package, so it's got that, it's that, let's see, the 04 V-Stars were the two-tone gray, or the Silverados were that two-tone gray, really nice looking color. And she decides, heck with it. You know, the price is right. I mean, I think that one at the other dealership, I think it was, they wanted, oh, what was it? I think they wanted $7,500 for it, and it had 10,000 miles on it, and it didn't have anything else on it, like no windshield, nothing. It was naked. Well, I mean, not naked, but it was basically your just stripped down cruiser, no bags, no nothing. And we'll be right back after we run this drill. As you can see, I really need to work on turning my head. So she goes down there, yeah, like I said, can't get the time of day down there. So she decides, well, heck with you guys. She goes down the road, and she sees this brand new, it's an 04 V-Star, it's got 2 miles on it. And it's got Silverado package, and 04 was that nice kind of two-tone gray, which was pretty slick color, I thought. Which, and had the bags on it, the nice windshield. I mean, the backrest, it was set up. This bike was set up. And it was a new one, and it was on the model year closeout. So for $8,900, which was $1,000 off the regular price, she got a brand new Yamaha V-Star 1100. What's funny about this, I didn't know she was doing all this. I was fully expecting to get an email back, you know, of her telling me about this red bike and Spearfish. So I think we actually, oh yeah, we talked on the phone that night, I think, because I was, you know, because I was giddy, because, you know, motorcycle fever. But known to happen, that's how I ended up with a $700 motorcycle that wasn't worth $1. But that's a different story for another day. And I called her at night and asked her, well, how's the motorcycle? She's like, well, I kind of just, here, let me explain what happened. She explained the whole story, and I think she was worried I was going to be mad at her, and I was like, hell no. No, heck, I'm with you on that one. I'm like, that place won't give you time, but hey, well, too bad. They lost business, you know. Or heck with them. And so yeah, she told me about it. She sent me the picture the next day, and yeah, it was pretty sweet buy. Honestly, I would have definitely bought it. And we were already engaged, and we were planning on being married then, but that was another one of those moments before we got married where I knew, yep, this is the right person for me. Like, we really think alike, because honestly, she did probably exactly what I would have done. So I mean, it worked out in the end. And the moral of the story is, yes, my wife is really awesome. Oh, another caveat to that, this bike was purchased in lieu of a wedding. She decided she did not want a full-on wedding. So, because basically our options after that appointment were, well, we can spend, you know, however many ridiculous amounts of money on a wedding, or we can buy a motorcycle. She chose a motorcycle, and as you can say, the rest is her history. This motorcycle right here, Geezer 2 here, this is the direct descendant, the direct, absolute direct descendant of that motorcycle. So I bought that in 04. That bike I bought in it was 05 by the time I got it. But that bike I bought then, it was later traded up for my 1500 Goldwing. I believe we traded the bike in and we gave them $2,800, and we had that GL 1500 I had. That GL 1500 became this GL 1800. So once again, this motorcycle is the direct descendant of that motorcycle. So pretty cool stuff, huh? And like I said, my wife is flipping awesome. She kicks ass. So anyways, we're gonna do this last test here for our white belt. You got to be going 20 miles an hour and you got to stop within 25 feet. I got them first two cones up at 25 feet. I hope Fast Eddie will forgive me for talking this one through, but this is kind of a basic drill. But you definitely, I'm telling you, go. And I am not sponsored by him. He doesn't, I'm pretty sure he doesn't do sponsorships anyway, but I'm not sponsored by him by Motojitsu by any means. But I tell you what, get on Instagram and YouTube, follow Motojitsu, go spend the $3, and ooh, that's, damn, huh, my cup holder's on its last leg. Go spend that money. It's $3. What's nice about it, it's $3 one time. So that's the nice thing about it. You get the full app, you can do everything with it. And like I said, he is a guy, he knows a lot about motorcycles. He's probably, I would say he's probably one of the best street riders in the world, probably. I'm sure he'd tell you he's not, but man, that guy can drag a knee on anything. And his motto is shut up and practice. And that's, I think that's a good way to live. And like I said, I'm not sponsored by him. I'm not getting anything monetarily from him. I just know a good product when I see it, a good program when I see it, and honestly, he's a great follow, so you should check him out. But anyways, let's pass this test, and then we'll try the other belts. First emergency stop of the year. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, guess what? I'm gonna call that a white belt. You're probably saying to yourself, but Clutch, really? How is me in a parking lot going 20 miles an hour gonna help me on the road? Or you're probably saying, oh, I ride on the parking lot, or I ride on the streets, not the parking lot. Well, I'm telling you, it works. It makes a difference. It will improve your riding skills. Oh, it's about building that muscle memory, about knowing what your motorcycle will do. When I took the advanced course, and even when I took the basic course, my basic course, when I took, well, actually I took BRC 2, so it would have been the experience course at that time. And I learned more in 7 hours with that bike than I learned in the 7 years I had rode it before that. And I truly, absolutely believe that. Like, I was 100 times better. I used to do stuff that was dumb, like, put your bike in neutral at the stoplight. never using the front brake. I was one of those, I never used the front brake. Stupid, huh? Well, I didn't learn it even after I ruined the rear brakes on my V-Star less than 8 months after I had the thing. That's, to this date, the only set of brakes I've ever put on a motorcycle. And I put 54,000 miles on that V-Star. I put like 30 on my Goldwing. I put probably 30 on this one now. So yeah, that tells you how fucking dumb that was, because I truly 100% believe in my heart, you can attest all that to me never using the front brakes. So I learned that at that course. I learned about throttle control. I learned about all of that. So yeah, it makes a difference. And honestly, I truly never really got a good feel for my 1500 till after I took the advanced course. Taking the advanced course, I was so much better of a rider after that. So yeah, it makes a difference. And like I said, do I look corny going around cones in the parking lot? Yeah, probably. Do you really think I care? Actually, here's how you can tell I don't care. Look at where I'm doing this at. I'm doing this at the Harley-Davidson dealership. You never mess up on your bike till people are watching you. So, and I am really inviting myself up to have some issues. But, like I said, I don't care. What I care about is doing the drills, putting in the work, doing this the right way, so that way when I get into a bad situation out on the road, I'm just to instinctively do what I need to do. Prime example, and you've seen it before, that near miss I had. That was straight up, that was all instinct. That whole sequence, that was instinct. There was no, oh, I gotta do this. No, it was like oh crap, brake lights, and next thing I remember, I'm stopped right beside that vehicle, out of the way. So, and I could have done better with that. But either way, it was all of a sudden boom, and then no, it was done. For the reason SWAT teams and military units train and train and train and train and do the same drills over and over and over again. And so you get to that point where it's all muscle memory, where you just do it. You don't think about it, you just do it. Because those extra seconds of instinct that you've got developed and that muscle memory you got developed is probably the difference between your mission being a success and your mission being a failure. That few seconds of where I could just do it on instinct is probably the difference between me hitting that vehicle in front of me and me swerving to the side and getting stopped in time. But anyways, that's enough for that. All right, let's see what else we got to do here. So we talk about quality over quantity. You notice my trip meter says 14.2 miles, which is probably about, I don't know, I'd say about 7 miles or so to here from my house. So quantity or quality over quantity, that's not a lot of miles, but half of those miles have been here in the parking lot doing work. So once again, quality over quantity today. So it's a great way to spend a quick day, that's for sure. Great way to spend the day. You know, you can do these drills after work or on your way home, or if you like work at a big office building, it's got a big massive parking lot that clears out by the time you leave. Heck, just sit there and do some drills, or heck, do drills in the morning. Every little bit helps. Every drill you do is going to help you just a little bit. So for, once again, this is Clutch here at Sodak Motorcycle Vlog. Just wish you a happy day, and hopefully your spring is going well and you're getting out and riding. And hopefully you're keeping the rubber side down and enjoying the ride. Once again, have a good day. We'll see you.